Well, these are the old stringers. Some of the reason why we cut them off, because the previous owner just decided to cut them short to fit a bigger gray water tank or table.
We are just making the templates for the new stringers.
Before we began bonding each stringer to the hull, we took one last-minute template.
So we got the thing in the box. We got the little spatula and put a little path of bear shit. Start to butter up and set them down. Alright. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be so good.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Contact.
First stringer is fiberglass. Check it out. Look at that nice patch job. Wow. So nice. And how was it?
A lot of work.
But the work wasn't over. We still had 3 more to go and still had to cut all the templates. Each stringer would receive 4 layers of fiberglass, each laid over the previous one to bond it securely to the hull. The first layer was precisely the size of the stringer itself, while the 3 subsequent layers were slightly larger, each overlapping the last. The bilge itself required articulating seams to properly fit the curves, which is where the last-minute bilge template came into play. It allowed us to ensure articulating seams were cut with precision, guaranteeing a perfect fit.
Alright. Go time.
We had 3 stringers left, each requiring 4 layers of fiberglass. The first layer wrapped around the stringer itself, using the template we created in the previous video. The second layer was slightly larger, extending onto the hull, with the third and fourth layers following the same pattern. The fiberglass templates were sized so that by the time we would reach the 4th layer, everything would align perfectly with the fiberglass of the adjacent stringers. This ensured the gaps between each stringer were flush, no ridges, just a strong, seamless bond. By finishing this step and getting these structural members back in, we would be able to move the boat again. And, as our boatyard neighbor, who was currently behind us in the yard, was itching to get back in the water, We were trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Time was of the essence. Each layer took about an hour to apply, so it would take roughly 16 hours to fiberglass all the stringers in place. Christoph had his system down, and each layer was getting easier and quicker.
Can I just take the stands out underneath?
Looks so nice. Look at this. And does it feel stable or what?
No, it feels like a brand new hole for YARREH.
We got one more layer to do. And then tie all of them in. And then it's painting time. Woo! It's moving day for YARREH.
It's moving day, yeah. Quick, soon, whatever.
Big splash! Our first splash! Just kidding. We're just moving a few stalls up today. This guy wants to splash in a few days. And these guys are taking the braces out because we don't need them anymore because we got stringers.
Like being young again.
Alright, so Christoph is just in there finishing the third layer. And then all of them will have 3 layers.
It's much easier on such a difficult shape to actually stretch it into the floor while there's no resin on it. And then let's see, it just has to fit into the corner on both sides. Something like that. And then I can properly stretch this out and make it fit already before I put the resin on. It's much nicer. It's going to save me a lot of work. You know? This fits very good. Right here, gonna stretch it out. Plug it in on both sides here. Like that. See, you can make it fit really nice and stretch it down. So I don't have to like touch it when it has resin on.
Now that we got that out of the way, we had the time to finish the last layer of 1708 on the remaining 2 stringers.
We actually moved the boat yesterday. And the front 2 stringers had 3 layers and the back 2 had 2 layers, and it was totally fine. Nothing happened, no noise. Worked out perfectly, so he's just throwing those last 2 layers on the back 2. Then we can kind of, you know, tie it off in between because they'll all, basically in between the stringers, the fiberglass will have met each other with that last layer.
Like I'm only gonna do 1 layer at a time. Like, cause from what I learned with laying up this one, where I had to do a little repair, that when you do multiple layers in such a complex shape, like you wetten this out with resin, and you have it nice and bubble free, and then you put the second one on, and you kind of have to like work it that way too. So you will be like moving that layer you already put on, and it will become loose again. So you kind of damage the layer underneath of putting the next layer on because you have to stretch it and tug it in so. so much. Where on a flat surface, you can just put another layer on and another layer, and you don't really have to like move it and stretch it. Where this one, you really have to like move it around and stretch it a lot, so you'll like damage the layup you did before, which caused some bubbles in that stringer here when I laid it up.
Why are you doing stringer number 3 first?
I'm gonna do this right now, and I'm gonna do this. They already have 3 layers.
Oh, the back side.
This one has 3 layers, this one has 3 layers, these ones only have 2 layers. So this is the 3rd layer, and this is the 3rd layer, so I'm gonna do these 2 right now, and Scylla is cutting a 4th layer for all of them right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do these 2 now, I'm gonna take a break, and then by that time Scylla has all the other stuff done, and I can come back and I can lay this one, this one, this one, and this one, like going backwards.
Yeah.
So these 2 are just missing one more coat, one more layer. So this is looking really good. Sitting down really nice everywhere. This is nice to stretch over the stringer. Because this is really where it makes the most problem. It's going around corners. Like it doesn't want to really bend. That's why we did the big round over. Because if it would have been a 90, like a sharp corner, you could have not done this, right? Then it would have been bubbles everywhere. So we did this big round over, so it's nicely laying over. So yeah, this is looking really good. I'm gonna mix up some resin, and then we're gonna start wetting it out. So now, since the fiberglass is already laying down, nice and flat, I can basically, I'll just start from the top of the stringer, wettening it out, and working my way down. Because as I'll put the resin on the top of it, it won't just run down by itself. The resin I can feel is kind of cold from last night. That should be fine. Then we'll warm up while we work it in. Alright. We got the resin catalyzed on the beginning.
I'm going to pour it on.
but
What do you mean? You don't have one of those to the right?
One eternity later.
All right. That's it. Yeah, one more layer. Woo! You better clean this up and come back for another.
What's happening today?
We're moving the boat.
Once again.
Again, 7 days later. No, 6 days later, actually.
As we were about to begin exterior work on the hull and requested to build a large tent around our boat, and considering it would be up for an extended period of time, the yard moved us to a more suitable spot where it wouldn't get in the way of anyone needing to exit in the near future.
So we just moved back to our old spot. Here it is. And now we're about to build a big tent over it so that we can begin the exterior hull work, which will consist of re-fiberglassing the entire bottom and then repainting afterwards. How do you like the new spot?
Better than the old one.
How do you like being down at the boatyard, Mickle?
Oh, it's nice.
Stairs. Need those.
Tilt it. Yeah, more. More.
There we go.
That's good.
It's heavy, hey? How you move a mast?
They don't have a proper dolly.
Yep. We're walking it.
We're right in front of here. That's good. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, we moved the boat earlier today, and now we are building the tent. And the guys prefabbed all the walls, so it's going up really quickly. Let's check it out.
This weekend, we built a boathouse. In 2 days, with the help of our friends. It's a temporary boathouse that will allow us to work no matter the weather condition. Designed by the captain himself, so we can reuse the wood afterwards. We have some major exterior hull work to do, which includes fiberglassing, which means this was absolutely necessary. And thankfully the weather held out just until we finished.
Make a nice roof.
Thanks to all our friends who came down to lend a hand.
Welcome to the Boatyard Barbecue Edition. Here we got a total vegetarian meal offered on the BBQ. We got some veggie patties, some corn, plantain, stuffed mushrooms with goat cheese, and asparagus with some local grown broccoli that was organically grown.
If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It's one free, easy way you can help support this journey. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
Once all of the interior fiberglassing is done, we will start on the hull. But first we need to gel plane it. And yeah, we'll be doing a lot of fiberglassing on the entire hull below waterline.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Put oil on it and fresh machine.
Okay, we got a popcorn machine
Oil
here.
just smells on that.
And the stringers are in and fully cured. Check it out.
Oh, there's only one thing to do on a rainy weekend, and that's get the pottery going. What's happening here? It's going like overboard. If you can't afford the sauna, you can buy the sauna suit for $16.98. Oh, flame running up!
By fiberglassing.
Yeah, cut the first layer on the first stringer, last layer.
The last
Bigger
layer of
around.
17 on each stringer. Hopefully last one. Maybe we'll feel like putting a fifth one on it.